we're going to be doing our stucco highlights right here. This is going to be our dark color, and this is going to be our lighter color. So in order to begin doing our highlights, we got to get our body color sprayed, and it's going to be used, we're going to be using a flat paint, exterior satin or exterior flat super paint, and then that'll dry in this weather in about an hour, and then we can mask on it to do our highlight. And we're going to be just going along. The line's going to start here. This is going to be dark, and then from here up it's going to be light. So we're spraying stucco. We don't need to spray this because this is going to be a different color. I'm using a Rack X 515 tip and spraying this. Got my pressure set at 2200 psi. And when I'm actually spraying, stand back so you can see the whole thing spraying. You don't have to get close up and spraying. The stucco's actually been painted before, so we don't have to back roll it. We're just spraying it. We're just going to be working our way down the line. We're going to work our way all the way around the building, and that'll take about an hour to 2 hours, and then we're going to come back and we're going to mask from here up, and then we're going to spray our highlight. This is going to be a highlight. So now we got our body here on this side. We've got the body color painted here and down here, and this is going to be our highlight band. And I can actually use my cardboard shield and shield here to spray this with a Rack X 310 tip, but I want a nice crisp clean line right here, so I'm going to use a 3M hand masker and flat 5. I do like to move from right to left because it's a lot easier to mask right to left. Otherwise, if you go from left to right, you have to mask upside down. So I'm going to make a run. I'm going to tack my paper up. When we spray that, it's going to make a nice crisp clean line right here. And once we spray it, we'll remove it while the paint is still wet. Moving on. Out of tape. I'm going to continue this whole run right here, and then masking it, and then we're going to spray it. Now working on our stucco highlights, we're running our 9-inch paper and 1-inch 2020 tape along the top where we want our nice crisp line to be, and then we're going to spray the stucco bottom band with the Rack X 310 tip. So we run it around, mask it, do any repairs with stucco patch, and then we're going to get ready to spray with the 310 tip. We've gone around and used a vinyl stucco patch for areas that have dings and nicks in it prior to actually doing our highlight color on our band color. We've got our stucco masked off, our band here that we're going to be spraying our highlight color, and I'm going to be using a cardboard shield. I've got my Graco Contractor 2 gun with a Rack X 310 tip in it. Just going to be shielding the bottom and spraying the top. spraying our stucco with a super paint, Sherwin super paint flat, so it looks just like stucco when it's done again. We don't want to use a satin because we don't want our stucco shiny. For the sake of the video, I'm not wearing a respirator, but when you're actually spraying with an airless, it's a good idea if you wear a respirator while you're spraying. It's a little bit hard for me to talk for the video and use a respirator at the same time. Now we got this whole band sprayed, and while the paint's still wet, I'm going to go ahead and start pulling off our masking. Got our masking all off, and now our stucco's drying. And by masking it and spraying it, it's going to give you a nice, crisp, clean line on your stucco. Here we're using a cardboard shield instead of masking off the rock on the bottom. We've got our masking, 9-inch paper masking on top and tape to create a nice crisp line, and then we're using a cardboard shield along the bottom to keep it off the rock. There's a nice good lip underneath to get the cardboard shield tucked under. Some stucco highlights here that we're working on. It's a second color, and we don't have to mask to get crisp lines. We're just using a cardboard shield because it overhangs. Where you've got the underside, you can see this, so we want a nice good straight line under here, so we've used our 9-inch masking and 1-inch tape to mask this here, and we're spraying this right here. While this highlight band is still wet, we've actually gone and now pulled off the masking in case we have paint bridge from the masking to our surface, although you typically don't have that bridging problem with flat paints, but we just pull the masking off while it's wet, as it's just good practice. Here's the finished product right here. It's already been sprayed. Get up closely, you can see nice crisp line created with our masking tape. Instead of using a brush and roller, we use masking.